Good morning, Cheran.
Good morning. Good morning. Rajesh.
Cheran is an expert in tiger shrimp production. Even during Venami peak time, he was doing monodon tiger. He was stocking low density and targeting very, very high counts, and he is very successful in tiger farming. Now I request him to give some details, especially on feed management. So what is the difference between a Venami feed management and a tiger feed management? Even in tiger, you were doing earlier a seed that is produced from our native broodstock, and now we have improved varieties of like Ram Raju's Aqualma and Mona.
Right.
So what is the difference in feed management? Key points that farmers should know.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
See, when we look into tiger feeding, when we compare with Venami, there were a little difference. Now you can say, suppose a 0.5% difference in all the sizes, you can say. Generally we start with 2 kg for 1 lakh starting feed, and 1 month blind feed we go up to 250 kg, something like that for monodon. Our earlier practice, from the day 1 we used to increase 400 grams, then after 10 days we increase 300 grams, after 20 days we increase little more quantity, 500 grams, like that. So for Venami also it needs more feed in the initial days. So we generally give a little more quantity than tiger to Venami. So tiger, when we stock less, the quantity generally we feed is very less. But the percentage wise, if you check it, suppose 10 gram Venami used to consume 3.5%, whereas the tiger will consume 4%. Similarly, next, suppose 15 gram Venami will consume 3% feed, and then monodon will consume 3.5%. So similarly, you can go when you are increasing, say 20 gram Venami will consume 2.5%, whereas monodon will consume 3%. Like that, there will be light difference. But when it comes to 30 count, say Venami consumes about 1.8%, tiger consumes 2%.
Can you repeat this point?
Yeah.
30 count.
30 count shrimp comes, Venami will consume 1.8%,
okay,
and tiger will consume about 2%. That is 20 kg per ton, and Venami 18 kg per ton, something like that.
Okay.
And after that, once it is started growing about 40 gram, 45 gram, 50 gram, it may be little less, not less than say 1.7%. The maximum we are recorded on the field is 1.7%, even for 50 gram, 55 grams also. So you need not expect that it will come down, but depends on the weather, it may come down. In winter season it may be 1.5%. Even hot sun, the bigger 20 count shrimp may consume even 2%, something like that, because of the hot temperature. So normally it's about 1.7% is the minimum, 1.8% is the normally we have recorded. So this is the difference. This is for the general tiger shrimp. Okay. But when we have SPF now and the better growth rate, but still the percentage of consumption is still lesser in SPF tiger. So in the, suppose if it is going beyond 30 gram sizes and looking for 25 count or 20 count, 22 count, you can still take a better control over feed, and you will have definitely better FCR. See, normally when we do wild tiger, say in a week 2.5 gram, 3 gram is the average growth rate in the bigger sizes. But in case of SPF, it is 3 gram, sometimes even 4 gram also. Accordingly, the advantage of growth is there, so we will have to control the feed. So we will have better FCR. So in the sense, suppose above 30 gram, we used to give 12 gram per kg feed, check net feed, that we can increase to 15 gram, even 20 gram, and the checking time 1.5 hour to 1 hour, like that. If you are able to manage in a better way, we will have definitely very good FCR for this thing. But when you go with very low density for attempting to grow bigger size, you will have that entire system will have some natural feed also. Accordingly, because less number, sometimes you may not respond too much to the check tray. So what we have to do, you can always be under feeding, so that it will take care of the natural feed also. You will have very good FCR. You need not feed a very higher quantity. So this is what generally we do. Anything specifically?
See now some farmers are telling that they're getting even 1.2 gram growth per day.
Per day. Oh, excellent. Very good.
If you go to Nizam Patnam area and all, I
Right.
personally met the farmers.
Okay.
They're telling that they're getting around 1.2 gram per day.
Per day.
So, so if during suppose if they are getting that much growth,
Yeah.
what changes they have to do in field management?
That's what. See, such a fast growth is that you can increase the quantity per check net, per kg what we are giving. You can increase that to control the feed, as well as we can reduce the feeding timing.
Okay.
Such a fast growth is there. You can reduce. Suppose generally, if you feed in bigger shrimp, within half an hour it will eat. You can check back. Say we generally 1.5 hour, 1.25 or 1 hour, something like that. We can keep on reducing as the shrimp grows. Generally, for 50 gram animal, 20 count shrimps eats within half an hour. So the check net time generally it stands for 1 hour only. Even within half an hour, if it takes even 35 minutes, 40 minutes, you can check and then have a very good performance in that.
Okay. So any other important thing? Especially in field management.
Yeah. The only difference what we make, the more density, the more frequency we give in the initial stage.
Okay.
So that it takes care of the variation and all.
Site variation.
So instead of 4 times, so initial 10 days, 6 times. If the density is more. After 10 days, from 11 days to 20 days, we can give for 5 times. After 20 days, if you are going for 4 times, in the end of the month, you will have, without much variation, and you will have very good performance also, growth also. So that is also being practiced now. Initial days, very less density. Suppose 5 pieces, 6 pieces. We used to give only 3 meals in a day. So that was different, but it depends on the survival. And I was told, that Aqualma is giving better survival, and the another Mona broodstock gives lesser survival like that. So based on the growth rate, you can assume the survival how it is. Accordingly, we can play like that. And the more survival is there, it will grow in a later stage after 20-25 gram only. So we'll have to prepare and give a sufficient place for that. The carrying capacity we'll have to place for. Accordingly, we'll have to plan. Suppose if the carrying capacity is less and then you are having more density, you won't be able to reach the target size. So you'll have to do some partial harvest. Partial harvest in Banami, it works out, you can sell it. But in Tiger, I don't think, because smaller size nobody will buy. So always our target should be 30 and above. That means below 25 count or 20 count. That is the better price realization for monodon.
Thank you very much, Cheran.
Thank you.